Hello there everyone, it's TIJ or Toby, and welcome back to episode 17 of the beta save on FM18. Now, admittedly this isn't the beta anymore, it's the proper game. You can see that because at the bottom of your screen, probably about over there somewhere, it won't say that it's a beta or all that doodah now. It's the full game, but because we've been so active this season, we've been competing on so many fronts, I thought it'd be only just to continue the series in line with the Leipzig series, which started a bit earlier today. Make sure you go and watch that if you haven't watched that already. So, since you were last with me, of course, for the... where was we last with me for? Oh, of course, the Carabao Cup final, duh. Yeah, the Carabao Cup final, brilliant day. We won the Carabao Cup, hooray. After that, we were at the FA Cup by Portsmouth. Now, it was just one of them games. It was a replay from the earlier 5-5 meeting, and Portsmouth just did not give up at Fratton Park. And a few years ago, that would have been a Premier League ground. We put some of the kids out, the likes of Dominic Butler, who got a goal 3 minutes into his debut. That's fantastic. But at the end of the day, we lost, so we'll gloss over that one. Then we beat Everton in the Merseyside derby 4-3 with a really late goal with Salah getting a 94th minute goal. Then we beat Porto 7-2 at home in the Europa League. It was fantastic. Dembele getting 4, Salah 2, and Henderson with 1. Then the away leg, we won that 3-2, so went through 10-4 on aggregate, which was fantastic, and Porto have just gone right off the boil. But saying that, though, they did score 4, so in a proper match, that's a bit concerning. Then Aston Villa were 1-1, but Mane got a late winner, and we beat Leicester in the last game 3-1 with Dembele getting 2. Now, Dembele has been fantastic this season. By the way, I hope you like the face pack. I really do. It's called the Scope face pack. I'll leave it down in the description. Now, Dembele this season, officially from 33 games, got 21 goals, which he did over 2 years at... No, sorry, I'm reading the wrong thing. Because basically, he's played the same amount of games he did at Celtic, and he scored more goals. It just shows. And this year, he's played 27 games and got 26 goals, so fantastic stuff from him. Now, the league table, we've got 8 games left. We've got a game in hand over Arsenal. We've already got a Europa League's place, obviously, after winning the Cup. But basically, we can now win the Premier League if we win all of our games, and Arsenal do slip up again. The reason that they've slipped up, and we're so close to them now, is because they lost to Man United 2-0 in the Premier League, so that's gained them 3 points. Because, of course, we haven't lost in the Premier League ever since that game against Manchester United in December, and we are playing United today. So, it's a bit worrying, but we should be okay. So we're playing Chelsea and United today. I was going to play one of the Europa League games, but the schedule just kept moving about, and I thought, I know what, I'll play the Chelsea and Manchester United games, and then we'll figure out after this episode where we will get to. Now, a few transfer things on the transfer front. Ragnar Klavan is joining Fiorentina. Obviously, it doesn't matter in the scheme of things, because this is going to end the beta save at the end of this season. Klavan's leaving, so in his place, we are bringing Pepe, the famous Pepe, making 229 appearances from Real Madrid. And we're bringing him in for quite a cheap fee, obviously for free, which is brilliant. But we've got Chelsea tonight anyway. It's a crucial game that we win. At the same time, Arsenal have got Bournemouth, so we'll keep tabs on that. If Arsenal lose tonight and we win, we go level on points with them with a game in hand, which would be really, really special. Now, let's go for 4-5-1 with tonight. I think we need that bit more security in the middle. We'll play... Well, Henderson's been playing well lately, so I'll play Henderson instead of Dembele in effect, but Sturridge will come off, because really he's been fantastic as Dembele, and I think it's quite an inspired signing for me personally. That's what I believe anyway, but there we go. Lallana's injured again, which is a bit of an annoying thing, but you know, we can't really do much about that. But I think that looks like an okay. I'll just swap them 2 round and put Goretzka as a D-line playmaker. There we go. Yeah, De Vrij is also injured. And there's somebody else who's injured, I can't quite remember. But our team today is Karius, Klein, Gomez, Orban, and Robertson, who's been impressive recently, really keeping Moreno out of the team. Goretzka, Henderson, and Cage in the middle, with Salah and Mane on both the wings, with Dembele up front. Does that look alright to you? I think it looks alright to me. Actually, what we'll do, I've just realised Henderson a high injury risk, so we will give Wijnaldum a game today. So here we go. For the game against Chelsea. It's going to be quite a risky one. I'm going to be on the edge of my seat, because we haven't lost since that Manchester United game. But earlier in the season, we did have that little camera curse, and there you go. They've got Ander Herrera as well, and I really like this face pack. I think it's really nice. I'll leave a link to it down in the description. But yeah, all the best tonight. Have some fun. Yeah, there we go. So, somebody asked in the comments, a few of you have asked in the comments for 3D highlights back. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to play in the TV camera for this game. but actually not have any replays because there's no point if it's already 3D. And then we'll play against Manchester United in 2D with replays enabled. So we've already had 2 shots within 2 minutes. That's fantastic. But Goretzka and Mane have picked up little niggles. We won't bring them off yet. We'll just have to see if the injury aggravates or anything like that. Arsenal are ahead against Bournemouth. Giroud has scored an 8-minute goal. So really, we need a win tonight to keep pace with them because it's very interesting. And well, it's crucial because Arsenal could well win every other game of the season. So if we drop any other points, we don't win the Premier League. Now, that would be gutting, wouldn't it, really? It would be nice to win the Europa League, sure, but the real aim was to win the Premier League, and that's not going to help it. Belotti takes the lead for Chelsea, and I just feel like this episode is so badly timed because I genuinely think that we might well lose our record today. But let's be positive, you know, it's only 16 minutes in. We had a good start, and Stamford Bridge is a tough place to come to. And we've had 4 shots at the end of the day, so we should be alright. So, a highlight straight after Keita. Salah on the wing. Puts it in, nothing coming of it. Rulli has to put it out because Courtois was actually injured. Chelsea did have a bit of a, what's it called now? Goalkeeper fiasco, a goalkeeper crisis. But luckily they have got Rulli, who I've never heard of before. I presume it's someone that they've signed because they've got, who they got at the backup? They've got, well, they had Begovic, didn't they? I don't know who they've got there now. That's bad. No, they've got Carriera, of course, from Manchester City for a free transfer. That was a very good free transfer. But the less we say about Caballero, the better it's going to be 2-0 here, isn't it? Well done, Orban. This is not how we usually play. This is very odd. As soon as I turn the camera on in the Premier League, we're not doing very well. And I know there's been a few episodes where we haven't been playing Premier League action. So I thought today I would just dedicate it to Premier League because the last 2 episodes have been Carabao Cup. And in the episode before, we did have an FA Cup match. So you haven't seen much of the Premier League action. So I really wanted to show some of the Premier League action today. But it's 1-0 to Chelsea, half an hour in. They've had more possession than us. But unless they get another goal, hopefully we should get back into the game. I do like this thing on the... Oh, okay, Salah's injured. Fan-blummin-tastic. Salah's injured, and that just increased our injury list. What we'll do is swap Mane and him about. So we'll put Mane as a winger on attack. And then bring Felipe Coutinho on as an inside forward on support. But I do like this thing this year of the... There we go, you've got the sliders between the shots and all that. I think that looks quite nice, personally. Well, we've already got 1 injury for Salah, and we've got 2 more injuries for Mane and Goretzka, which is a little bit of a worry. But we'll just have to see how they go. Now, we're losing 1-0 here, which is a bit of a worry. Oh, why does it do that? That's a peculiar thing. It, like, loads up a highlight, and then as soon as the highlight actually loads, then it goes off. Interesting. But here we go, 1-0. Chelsea are up at half-time. Not great, and we're going to have to give the players a bit of a slap on the wrist. Because at the end of the day, we just want to keep pace with Arsenal. We can't let Arsenal win the league. And I guess it's quite comical, really, for Arsenal and Liverpool to be chasing the league. Because I know a few people have said that, you know, Liverpool and Arsenal aren't real clubs anymore. They aren't real clubs. Duh, of course they are. But I've had a few people say that they're not big clubs anymore. And Chelsea are 2-0 up. I knew this episode would be bad. So badly timed. We haven't lost since December in the league. But today could just be the day. Coutinho puts it in. Anything coming of it. Keita on the edge of the box. What a shot. Easily misses the target. Well, barely misses it. But that was a good shot. Now, I think we need to change tack before it gets even worse. What's going on here? Right. Let's change tack. Let's put another striker up front. We'll take Goretzka off because he's got a little bit of an injury. It makes sense. And we'll bring Surridge on. And we just really need to be hitting those early crosses. Yes, I think that'll do. Pump the ball into the box at the end of the day. Yeah. And put you as a... Actually, we need to swap the roles around in effect. Put you as an inside forward. And then put you as a deep line playback on defend. That'll do. So, let's confirm the changes. And hopefully that gets us back into the game. Even if it's 2-2, I really don't mind. But this could be an absolute embarrassment on camera here. And something I haven't really been expecting. And something I haven't been accustomed to in recent times as Liverpool manager. We really need to get back to this. I'm nervous now because Arsenal are winning. Oh, are they drawing actually now? I think they're drawing, you know. Because they were on 78 points before. I'm sure they were. Yeah, I think they're drawing with Bournemouth. Bournemouth, of course, in the Europa League quarterfinals along with us and Arsenal. It's an incredible story, to be quite honest. They beat PSV in the round of 16, which is quite an incredible story. Tell you what, it's not an incredible story. Chelsea 3-0 up. We haven't lost in the league for 4 months. I'll keep saying this. We haven't lost in the league for 4 months. And today might just be the day that we lose 2-2. That is embarrassing. I don't know what's gone up today, to be honest. But Antonio Conte has worked wonders here, clearly. And is it going to be 4? No, it's not. Gomez put it out, lovely. Obviously, though, Arsenal gave us a way in by losing to United. Sturridge will get a goal back. No, he can't, of course not. But Arsenal gave us a way back in with their loss to Manchester United. Can Manchester United give Arsenal a bit of a relief now? Or, you know, will they let us win? I'm sure they won't. But this could be an embarrassing episode. A real gut-wrenching one, considering what's been happening recently. But we do not get a goal back. This is unbelievable. We're trying to get goals back, and it's just not happening today whatsoever. I'm speechless, to be honest. I expect at least a draw, to be honest. And it would be nice to do the half unbeatables, but it's not going to happen. That's a bitter pill to swallow. Against Chelsea today. 3 minutes added time. It's the first game for a long time, I'm sure, that we haven't scored. And that is humiliating. The first Premier League game we've lost ever since that Manchester United game back in December. Well, we need to rebuild, and we need to we need to give the players a big slap on the wrist and tell them to sort it out. You know, we've come back off the. I think they're probably complacent more than anything. Arsenal won as well, and that's really not the desired effect today. And oh my lord, what? How many players? Salah, Dembele, Mane, Goretzka and Keita all getting injured. And we lose 3-0. This is blooming fantastic. So out at the moment, we've got Lallana, Ings, Mane, Salah, De Vrij, Dembele, Keita, Goretzka. Debatably 7 or 8 there who are first team players. Oh dear. It's all going against us in this episode. But we go back to Manchester United now for the next game. We are really down to bare bones. This is quite an incredible situation. We've got 9 players out, so luckily the back line pretty much stays quite the same. The only rotation we made is Moreno to compensate for Robertson, who's got a high injury risk. And then we've got Pastore, Wijnaldum and Henderson in the middle, Woodburn and Coutinho on the wings, and Sturridge up front, with a few youth players on the bench, including Paul Glatzel and Bobby Adekanye, as well as Diego Jota. Now, we're really not in the best of shape for this Manchester United game, but unfortunately, I think the league is starting to go away from us. I think it was the risk of us sort of participating on too many fronts. We'll just put it on 2D for the moment. Hold on a sec. 2D Classic, and then we'll have goal highlights. Perfect. I think we lost the league on the... Well, we haven't lost the league yet, but what I'm saying is today feels like one of those days that will really show us losing the league, because it's just been one of them. They've got 3 injuries already, though, and this is our game in hand to Arsenal. So if we do win today, we go within 3 points, and that's a positive, I guess. So it's not all over, but Wijnaldum's just going from bad to worse today's episode. Wijnaldum's now off, and the only real replacement, like for like, is Paul Glatzel, who doesn't really like playing as a centre mid, to be honest. So what we could do, I suppose, is play Coutinho in the centre mid position as a advanced playmaker, and play... Yeah, we'll have to have 2 advanced playmakers. Or just, yeah, that's fine. And then we will put... we need a winger, don't we? What have I done here, then? Yeah, we haven't got enough players, have we? Of course. Duh. Well, I suppose we could play it like that. Woodburn actually prefers that position. I'm more than happy to go with that. Okay, so we're going to have to go counter-attacking now, because we're down to 10 men. Very fluid, short passing, and deep. Well, not quite a slightly deep defensive line, but stick to positions, I think, and really hold out for the draw, because with 10 minutes, it's not going to be like they put a cross in, and it's already 1-0 Manchester United. Oh my god. This is really the bad episode to, and a bad time to come back to record it. It's been the worst episode and the worst FM games I've had for a while. Not great. We've got a corner. Henderson puts it in. Matic gets it out. Coutinho is still there, has a shot. But nothing comes of it, of course. Not great at all. And for some reason we got a highlight here, even though it wasn't a goal. That's bizarre. But is it just goals or goal action? No, it's just goals. Right, we've got another highlight. Pastore, Coutinho, Woodburn puts it to Sturridge, and he puts it the wrong side of the post. To be quite honest, we're having quite a few shots. Quite good. We're on the top end of possession, which is really nice, and hopefully we can get back into this game. We're only 1-0 down, so let's just try and remain positive, which is something I am not very good at doing. But we're playing a very narrow system, which I think we might have to change in the tactics screen at half time. But it looks like we will get to half time 1-0 down to Liverpool to Manchester United, and this is not putting us in good stead for the Europa League match against Atletico Madrid. But let's get on the tactics screen and change this around. So we're playing fairly narrow. We're actually balanced. Yeah, exploit the middle, mix passing, look for the underlap, and I'll probably run up the defence a bit more, but be a bit more disciplined because we don't want any stupidness from the players. Right, let's start that second half then. We'll go with Sturridge, Henderson, Klein, Coutinho, Gomez, Pastore. Nope, nothing coming of it. Manchester United have had more shots. That's what we need. We need more shots. And I think with that slightly more direct passing, we might be able to get a few more shots on target. But 2 games without scoring would be really bad, to be quite honest, though. In this game, we're really down to bare bones, in terms of most positions anyway, because we've just had the most unlucky game against Chelsea with injuries, and it doesn't look like anything's going to happen here. We're going to have to put ourselves on the attacking formation. We haven't actually made any substitutions, so that's what we'll do for now. So I think we'll bring Jota on for Woodburn. He will play as a shadow striker. We'll actually just do a triple. We'll bring Glatzglot. Oh, no, I don't really want to risk any of the youngsters, to be quite honest. But we will bring Robertson on for Moreno, if I can get my words out. And we'll play the full-backs support, so we've got a bit more support on the wings, so that fairly narrow system can go a little bit wider if it needs to. But Man United have got a highlight now. This is going to be 2-0, isn't it? Matic, sure. Coutinho gets it out to an extent, but they get it back straight away. Matic, Lindelof, Pogba, Barrejo, Callahan, Jose Callahan, Son Heung-min, Shaw puts it in, and Karius puts it out for a corner. We've got 21 minutes left at Anfield, and the fans won't be liking this. You know, we do have this sort of thing at Liverpool, but take the mick out of us for, that we always say this is our year, and it looks like the game replicates this now, because it's not going to be our year, I don't think. If we lose this game, it clearly shows that this is not meant to be our year. Even though, basically, Arsenal now, out of the 6 games, only need 12 points. They only need 4 wins out of the 6. They can kind of afford to lose at least 2 of their games, which isn't going to happen, to be quite honest. But I guess you can never foresee what will happen. But from now on, what we need to do is kind of rebuild and get as many points as possible. But Mkhitaryan's on the ball now. He puts it into Lukaku, and that was very nearly 2-0. And they bring a fresh legs off. Oh, brilliant to bring some fresh legs on. Might be some young legs or tired legs. And what we will do now is actually just go for it, to be quite honest. We will bring on... We'll change the formation as well, actually. We've got nothing to lose here at the end of the day. Coutinho on the left, so he's happy with that. And then we will bring on, instead of Pastore, we'll bring on Adekanye. He's not very good on the right, actually, is he? That's a bit of a mistake. Who do we put on? We'll put Glatzglon, actually. See how he gets on. Can't make any more subs. Well, I don't want to take... Right, there we go. That's the one, that's the one. Right. I know we're taking a stupid risk here, but I don't really care anymore. We've just got to go for it against Manchester United here. We'll actually just push Coutinho back. And he can play as an advanced playmaker, which is fine with me. And yeah, there we go. We're just going to have to go for it at the end of the day here. It might well just be 2-0 from this highlight. No, it's not. Right. Young blood in the squad. Paul Glatzel. Can he do anything against Manchester United? Be fantastic. Doesn't look like anything else is going to happen, though, in this game. And we're going to lose 1-0 to Manchester United. It's... I'm speechless, to be quite honest. Not the results I was expecting this episode, to be blunt. But here we go. Sturridge has got the ball. Sturridge on the ball. Sturridge still on the ball. Henderson. Glatzel. Jota. Come on, son. Jota. Puts it into Coutinho. Oh, that was so close. David De Gea saved it. Have we got a corner highlight now? Yes, we have. Come on, lads. Henderson puts it in. Oh, Mkhitaryan's got it out. Come on, Klein, win that ball back. Get closed down. Yes, well done, lad. Nothing coming of it, but I guess you can't fault them for trying. And we've got 30 seconds left here. And today is it's probably actually the best point for me to choose to come back, if you want to be scripted. But this is the episode where we've lost the Premier League, I believe, today. And that's a bitter pill to swallow. 2 tough games, fair enough. But that is a bitter, 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 bitter pill to swallow. Yeah, I think that was unlucky. We tried, and that is worrying. I'll tell you what is worrying. The fact that we've now got Tottenham, Manchester City, and all these clubs are quite respectable for the end of the season. That's an interesting one. Well, we'll issue a warning to Wijnaldum. Coutinho's now injured. Get in. Just another player. And Glatzel made his debut today. And that is not a brilliant way to end this episode. We're 6 points off the top of the league now. But I guess we'll definitely get Champions League, you would have thought. There's 18 points to play for. So we've at least, in fact, we've at least got 7th place, if you could look at it like that. What an episode that was. An absolute disaster today. But if you have enjoyed that, I guess, I hope you haven't, but, well, I haven't, but I hope you have. But I've been TIJ anyway, I just can't do these outros anymore. If you are new to the channel, subscribe if you are enjoying the content. Like if you did enjoy this specific video, and I'll be back tomorrow at 5 PM for another episode. It might well be the last, depending on how we get on in the next few games. Or it might have 2 more. It all depends on how we get on in the next few games. Anyway, I'll be TIJ, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Whatever happens, let me know where you think we'll finish in the league. I reckon second now. Arsenal are probably going to win this now. I've been TIJ. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.